We were known for quirky films in the past, and we just did, for some reason, we haven't been supported as much as we should either. That's another issue here. We haven't got the financial support as we should have in this industry. I mean, you've got state governments like Queensland government giving money to major film productions. South Australia's got a major one at the moment. Daniel Radcliffe just finished shooting a film in South Australia, being funded and helped by the South Australian government. That's the only way you can get the big stuff in. But making quirky films, we were so good at making those films in the old days. I mean, the English equivalent of things like Waking Ned Devine, and it cost £2.5 million to make and turned over 195 million quid. We don't sometimes see that we have good writing. I mean, we just finished a film called The Unlit, which is a horror movie, which is a witch horror movie. We've done it on a minimal budget, and we'll do every year and a half. Kate Whitbread and I, my partner, decided we're going to film a film on some level. We're going to shoot a film. We did Spirit of the Game last year, which was finished at the beginning of last year, which was a true story about. It was originally called Mormon Yankees, and Spirit of the Game was about a bunch of Mormons who came here in the 50s, and they were trying to knock on doors and get everyone to join the Mormon. They couldn't get anyone to join their faith. And then one day, the Australian coach for the Australian basketball team was watching them playing basketball. He was walking past their house every day. They're playing basketball, and he goes, "Oh my God, you guys are very good. Would you help work with the Australian team?" And I said, "Yes." They said, "Yeah, we do that," because they thought, "Oh, that's a good way of getting to know people," and we do that. They actually beat the Australian team. They not only beat the Australian team. This is the Australian team for the 1956 Olympics. They beat every single country's team, including their own, the US team, and the only one they lost to was the Russians by 1 point. So the Mormons helped fund that film, which is about to be released on 2,000 cinemas in the US, funded by the Mormons, of course. So we collaborated on that one with them, and it was an Australian script that was written, and they put the money in for it. So, but it's hard to get funding, as we all know. There's not many mechanisms to get funding out there. There's not a lot of money out there, and everyone's got a dream when they've written a script that it's the best script in the world and it's going to make money. But what separates that from another film, we don't know. But we haven't, going back to what he said, we actually haven't made that quirky winner of a little film, that one that puts us back in the market, that Waking Ned Devine I always call it, because that was one of those films that a little bit of money that everyone loved to death, and the people that have done Love Actually, who just recently did Yesterday, that quirky little film that everyone wanted to see with a twist in it. We were good at it, but we seem to have let go. We haven't seemed to have found the right writers again. We've got people here, but we seem not to find the crux of those people that write those quirky films. We've got another film coming up, and we've just employed a thriller writer to write. It's called The Wolf of Rostov. And The Wolf of Rostov is a true story based here in Australia, about a guy who was a commandant, a concentration commandant, who killed, they believe, over 140,000 Jews, and they found him in Caulfield, living as a Jew. So our story is, but I won't tell you the rest of the story because it's got an amazing twist to it. It's an amazing story, and he was extradited with Mossad about 15 years ago out of Caulfield and straight back to Israel into trials, and was consequently killed. So, but there's sort of that sort of, it's not a Schindler's List, but it's a thriller like that. So we've got to find those essence of stories in Australia that we can produce for not high budgets, because we don't have the money. And often when we do, they're spent on some films they're spent on big films that don't go anywhere. They don't make them. I think we should spend more money on. I'd rather give $20 million to 10 filmmakers than do one film for $20 million, because we're going to find that little film out of those 10 filmmakers. That's what I believe. I believe that we should be sharing more money, people. And the big guys are getting 50 million, 100 million. They're spending the big bucks there, but share it with more people. Our dream is to, and we have got this. We've been approved for a lottery license, and our dream is to put. If you go to the UK, Camelot runs the lotteries in the UK, and what they give away £33 million a week to the arts. A week. They've given away £2.7 billion to the arts. Every single organisation in the UK has been refurbished. The opera, the ballet has been refurbished on the back of lottery money. And we don't do it here because we've got a couple of guys that control lottery. But saying that, we've got a licence because ours is a charity. So we're working on that for the next 2 or 3 years to have an arts, so we can give to film, theatre, arts, visual arts, to all avenues of art. So that's our next level of investment and time investment, is to produce a lottery that in the first couple of years we might make 2, 3, 4 million, but I believe within 10 years we might be giving away 50, 60, 100 million. And that's what we should be in, because if we can't get it that way. So that if you invest in my lottery, and we've met with Camelot to get their platform, to use their system, because it's already there, and you can license their system. So basically, half of it goes to the charity, to our arts, and half of it goes to the prize. whoever wins. So you know that if you're spending money with us, it's going to worthy causes. You haven't lost, it hasn't gone to some deep pocket somewhere, some family living in Toorak, because that's basically what it is.